And we're back here on Backstage Pass. I'm Tom Leykis, and joining me right now is Michael Finney. Thanks for coming around.
Hello.
Laugh it up. It's going to get funny.
Sure it is.
Or funnier. I'm counting on you for that, actually.
Get your pen. Here's my arm. Start counting.
You are a magician and a comedian. Where's the connection between those two?
About halfway in between there. The connection is pure innocence and just a desire to entertain people. I got into magic as a bartender, and then the comedy came from working with comedians, and now it's just a happy love affair.
Do you write comedy for yourself, or
Yeah.
does it just come out of the magic, or how does that work?
No, the comedy now, to tell you the truth, Jay Leno gave me my very first joke, and then all the comedy that I do now is from that one joke, and I've written it myself. I can't afford to buy material from other people, so I just write it myself, and if it's funny, I do it again. If it's not, I try to forget it.
How much of it is improvised?
How much of it looks as though it's improvised is a better question, because in delivering comedy, it has to look as though it's coming out fresh and clean and you're having a good time, and you are, and that is happening for that one time for the first time. So I will say that during my show, there's maybe 20% as improv, you know, off of what the audience, you know, is doing, but 75% of it pretty much is a plan. It's a plan. I know what I'm going to do.
Let's talk a little bit about hecklers. I've noticed that hecklers have gotten...
You know what? I'll tell you something right from the get-go. About 2 years ago, I used to have hecklers. Now I do 45 minutes to an hour. My show rolls really well. I have no dead time, so I have no time for hecklers to jump in on me. Now, there's occasionally, once in a blue moon, you know, you get these guys, it's after dark, it's a Friday, and the teeth come out and the hair gets long and they start talking in different language. Those people, you know, I'll put them in their place right away. I'll go right for the throat. And usually I will let the audience do it, because I'll tell the audience plain and simple, I have a show I'd like to do. But if I have to deal with this heckler, then I can't do my show. Now, what did you pay to see, the show or me cut down a heckler? You decide, and then I'll do whatever you want. Because I can cut hecklers down. I had to do that for a while. Now I don't care to. I'd much rather do my show for people.
You made some appearances on Star Search recently. How did you get involved with that?
Better question that is, why did I get involved with that?
That's a whole other issue.
I auditioned. Everybody wants to be seen on TV. So I auditioned for Star Search. I waited. Methodically, I plotted this thing out, and this was a goal, and I felt I was ready to go on there, and I felt I was ready to win. I could win Star Search. So that's why I auditioned for it.
How many times did you appear?
2 times I won. The 3rd time I lost. You people probably saw that one. You know I shouldn't have lost. And I want your letters telling me that I shouldn't have lost, because I can't sleep at night now. And then I went on, I made it to the semifinals, and probably this is dated, so if I say anything about that, it's going to screw everything up.
Well, then we won't do that. Let's talk about some of the places you've worked, though. You've been around the country a couple of times, I guess.
I just came back from Atlantic City at the Tropicana at the Comedy Stop, and I go right after the first of the year, I go to Iowa and Arlington, Texas. I'm booked right now almost all the way through next year, 1988. In December, I have dates already. So the career, I now can concentrate on just doing comedy and magic. TV, man, when you're working and you're trying to develop TV, you have to really, you have to pay attention, and you have to really, I don't know, you have to always be using your head. And I like to rest and relax my mind quite a bit.
TV can eat you alive, though.
It's very stressful, that TV stuff, man, because most of the time you only get one shot, and you have to do it right, you know. I'm pleased with what happened on Star Search, so I'm ready to go back. I learned from that, and I'm ready now to go back to my home ground and start developing even more, creating more now. I feel like I can create more. I'm a more viable person now. I had to really criticize myself to go on that show. Things I wanted to say and do and how I wanted to look. I had to really make judgments, because you're on TV. 20 million people are seeing you. You hope they like you, you know, without having to pay you.
Can you be your own best critic?
Yeah, I think you can. Deep down in your heart, you know if you're being a screwball, if you're doing something and you mean it. Sure,
How about friends? Can you trust them?
You can fool the public, but you can't fool yourself.
Do you have friends who also critique your work?
Too many friends who critique my work.
Oh, really? And you're going to issue notice to them right now that you don't want them to do that anymore.
God, well, no, I don't mind. I don't mind the constructive criticism, but now I've really made up my mind that I'm going to make my own decisions now. I have allowed other people to influence me, and it wasn't a bad thing, but it wasn't. Now I look back on it, you know, I can blame. I can still throw the blame off on somebody else. And I want to just be able to blame me if something goes wrong.
I understand we're going to see a compilation tape of a whole bunch of
A compilation tape.
A compilation tape.
So if you have kids, send them to their rooms. You don't want them to see this.
Michael Finney, take a look at this.
This is a piece of rope. This is the left end here, the right end here, and down here is the middle. Bring the middle up here. What's right here? Sides. What a brilliant young lady. Take the scissors, cut them. Be ready at all times, man. This piece of rope is cut right in half, equal the top and the bottom. Just trim them so they're the same length. They've got to be the same length. I'm sure you understand that. This piece of rope is now cut equal the top and equal down. Okay, ma'am, you're starting to piss me off. This piece of rope is now cut equal the top and the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just graduated from the Mark Wilson School for Magicians. It was either that or hotel management. You bring the end of A to the top of A, you bring the end of B to the top of B. You with me so far? Yeah. You bring the middle of A side over B side, the middle of B side over D side, bring down, triangle QC side, C flipping off the left wrist in the right hand, acute angle C in less than 6 seconds.
Would you say that again?
Okay. This is a piece of rope. This is the left end, this is the right end, and down here is the...
What I want you to do is examine those cards, make sure it's just a normal, ordinary deck. Then what I want you to do is pull out any card at random. Either your favorite card or your favorite card, but just one card. Great. Is this the missus right here? Girlfriend. Charmed, I'm sure. What I want you to do is hand her the rest of the deck. She's probably never played with a big deck. Now, look at that one hand. I'm impressed. Now, what I'm going to do is turn my head for just a brief moment. As I do so, I want you to show that card to just as many people as still interested in my first trick, okay? Please hurry. This is going to be a festive evening, I can tell. Now, here comes the hard part. What I want you to do is concentrate on that card, and as you're concentrating on that card, well, I, too, will be concentrating on that card. So at the same time, there's going to be a tremendous amount of mind waves going back and forth. You know, one of us could get hurt. See, timing is very important. You wait, the laughs have got to come. But just so as to something shouldn't go wrong, because I'm a person that hates to deal with invariables, I want you to take that card, stick it back in this deck, anywhere at random. Hey, did you stick it in yet? Yeah. Oh, I bet you heard that before, huh? Okay. Here we go. Hey, I wouldn't laugh. I'll find it. Actually, this is just a cheap trick, and I only do it for the cheap laughs, and you folks have been very gracious. So now that I have you just whipped up into a frenzy, my, oh my, what do you say we continue on with this carnival-like atmosphere? Just proving the point that magic doesn't have to be amazing to be fun. Now, when I snap my fingers, your eyes will open. You will awaken from your trance, concentrating on this deck of cards, thumbing through them one at a time until you find your card. You hand it to me, I give you back your $40. You go merrily on your way, okay? Okay. Open your eyes, thumb through there, show me the card. Give you back the $40. How long you been in the auto sales? Long time? 14 years. Guess you got to be able to know a part just by looking at it. If it's Ford, Chevy, something like that. This wasn't it here, was it?
I only sell Cadillac parts. No, that wasn't. That
Oh,
was
must have. Maybe went past it. $40. I don't care. I'll keep shit. Is that it right there?
No.
Keep looking, man. Is that it there? Shoot. What about this one here? Was that it? Did it look like this one here?
No.
Shoot. $40 goes a long ways these days, doesn't it? I might have gone past it. Keep looking. Let me have a couple of these. Was that it there?
No.
Shoot. What about this one? Are we getting closer?
Closer.
Yeah, real close, huh? What about this one here?
What are you hoping to do now that you've done Star Search? You've got all these dates coming up. What's your goal here?
Oh, to add more tapes to my compilation that I already have. You know, did you folks enjoy that? It was about a minute's worth of the best stuff I've ever done in my Star Search, I got my AFTRA card, which means now legally I can do commercials for other companies who might be looking for some local talent, cheap, and I can do it legally now. So I can do acting, I can go into comedy, sitcoms, things like that. I can now try to go and do more other things, you know. I would like to do that. You know, what the heck? I wanted to just do magic, and then I just wanted to do comedy. Now, the sky's the limit. If you can dream it, you could do it.
And you're going to do it.
I'm trying. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself, and life's been good to me so far.
Good for you. Michael Finney, thanks for being with us on Backstage
Thank you
Pass.
very, very much. I had a good time.
Enjoyed it.
Good night.
Michael Finney. And stay right there. We'll be right back on Backstage Pass. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks for being with us. I'm Tom Leykis, and be sure to tune in next time for another Backstage Pass. On behalf of all the crew here at Backstage Pass, thanks for tuning in.
By the way, if anyone's interested in a watch, I will have a fine selection in the lobby after tonight's program. Come take a look. It might be something you used to like a lot. I notice there's a lot of people drinking out here, and I'll tell you what, a lot of times you go out with like 6 or 8 people, even-numbered couples, you're sitting at a dinner restaurant, everybody's ordered a round of drinks, they're eating appetizers. Ultimately, someone will turn to somebody at the table and go, could I have a sip of your drink? I personally hate that. I hate that to no end because those people are cheap. I said, buy your own drink you want to drink. Don't be drinking from mine. But then they think you're rude and you don't want to share. So to avoid this whole situation, the next time you go out and you order a drink, follow in this fashion upon receiving your drink. Sure, man, take a big drink. My name is Michael Finney. Thank you all very, very much.